A moment when you truly listen to someone and feel a genuine connection. A silent evening, watching the sky change colors, where your mind becomes still without effort. In these small, almost unnoticed experiences, you suddenly feel complete without needing anything more. These moments may be brief, but they carry a depth that stays with you. They remind you that fulfillment does not come from doing more or having more, but from being fully present in what already is. And slowly, you begin to understand that even one conscious minute can bring more peace than hours of unconscious activity. Healing does not require you to change your entire life at once, nor does it ask for something complicated or overwhelming. It begins gently, with a simple shift in how you experience each moment. Instead of trying to control everything or rushing toward the future, you start by giving your full attention to just 1 minute. You may sit quietly and observe your breath, noticing the natural rhythm without trying to change it. You may speak to someone with complete presence, truly listening instead of thinking about what to say next. You may perform a small task, drinking water, walking, or even resting, with total awareness, allowing yourself to be fully there. In the beginning, the mind may wander, and that is natural. But each time you bring it back, even for a few seconds, you are strengthening your awareness. Slowly, these small moments begin to grow. A single minute of presence becomes a few minutes, and then it starts to influence your entire day. You begin to respond more calmly instead of reacting impulsively. You feel less rushed, less burdened, and more connected to yourself. The outer life may remain the same, but your inner experience transforms. This is the quiet power of conscious living. You do not need more time, you need deeper attention within the time you already have. And as you continue, minute by minute, you begin to rediscover a sense of peace and balance that was always within you, simply waiting to be noticed. As your awareness deepens, a quiet but powerful realization begins to unfold within you. You start to see that life is not a long stretch of time that you must somehow manage or endure, but a series of sacred moments, each one complete in itself. The past no longer holds the same weight, and the future no longer feels so urgent, because you begin to experience a sense of wholeness right here, in the present minute. In this space of awareness, even the simplest experiences, breathing, walking, sitting in silence, carry a depth and peace that cannot be found in constant activity or achievement. This is the deeper spiritual lesson that great masters like Paramahansa Yogananda gently pointed toward, that the divine is not far away, hidden in distant years or special events, but alive in the stillness of each conscious moment. When you truly live a minute with full presence, you step beyond the restless flow of time and touch something timeless within yourself. There is a natural sense of calm, clarity, and connection that arises without effort. You are no longer chasing life, nor are you resisting it. You are simply experiencing it as it is. And in that experience, there is a subtle awakening, a remembrance that you were never separate from peace. Life, then, is no longer measured by how long you have lived, but by how deeply you have been present. And even one fully lived minute becomes infinite in its value. As we come to the end of this gentle reflection, take a quiet moment and return to yourself. Not to your plans, not to your worries, not to the past or the future, but to this present minute. Notice your breath, notice your awareness, notice the simple fact that you are here, alive in this moment. Life is not asking you to wait for the perfect time or the perfect situation. It is inviting you, softly and patiently, to be fully present right now. Because this minute, so small and often overlooked, holds more truth, more peace, and more connection than years lived unconsciously. If you can learn to live even a few minutes of your day with complete awareness, you will begin to feel a quiet transformation within. There will be less restlessness, less confusion, and more clarity, more calmness, and more inner joy. So today, carry this awareness with you into your work, your relationships, your thoughts, and your silence. And gently ask yourself, how many moments am I truly living, And how many am I letting pass by? If this message touched your heart in any way, you can support this journey by subscribing to the channel, sharing this video with someone who may need it, and becoming part of this growing space of awareness. I would also love to hear from you. What part of this message stayed with you the most? And what kind of spiritual topic or question would you like to explore in the next video? Your thoughts and experiences truly matter here. Let us walk this path together, step by step, minute by minute, in awareness and peace. Jai Gurudev. Have you ever paused for a moment and quietly asked yourself, where did all the years of my life go? It feels as if time has been moving so fast, days turning into months, months into years. And yet something inside you feels untouched, almost as if life has passed by without fully being lived. You wake up, follow your routine, handle responsibilities, chase goals, and keep telling yourself that one day, when everything settles, you will finally feel peace, joy, and fulfillment. But that one day keeps moving further away. There is a strange emptiness that no achievement seems to fill, a silent question that keeps echoing within your heart. What if the truth is not about how many years you have lived, but about how deeply you have lived each minute? What if life is not slipping away in big, dramatic moments, but quietly dissolving in the small, unnoticed minutes that we ignore every day? A few minutes lost in worry, a few minutes lost in distraction, a few minutes spent without awareness, and slowly they become years of unconscious living. And yet, in contrast, there are rare moments when you feel completely present, a simple breath, a quiet smile, a peaceful silence, and suddenly you feel alive again. In those moments, time seems to stop, and life feels real. This is the hidden truth. Life is not measured in years, but in the depth of each minute you truly experience. Most people move through life believing they have plenty of time. There is always this quiet assumption in the background: I will start living properly later. I will focus on my happiness later. I will take care of my inner peace when things slow down. But that later rarely comes. Days become filled with responsibilities, distractions, and endless tasks. And without even noticing, life turns into a routine rather than a conscious experience. You wake up, do what is required, and go to sleep, repeating the same cycle again and again. On the surface, everything may seem fine, but deep within, there is a subtle emptiness, a feeling that something important is missing. It is not because life has given you too little, but because you have not been fully present to receive it. The real problem is not lack of time. It is lack of awareness. Minutes pass without attention. Conversations happen without true listening. Moments of beauty appear but go unnoticed. Slowly, these unconscious minutes gather and form years that feel unfulfilled. And one day, a realization arises. Life was not meant to be rushed through or postponed. It was meant to be lived, moment by moment, with awareness and presence. But by then, many precious minutes have already slipped away silently. This happens because the human mind is rarely at rest in the present moment. It is constantly moving, either replaying memories of the past or imagining possibilities and fears about the future. You may find yourself thinking about something that happened years ago, or worrying about something that has not even happened yet, while the present moment quietly slips away unnoticed. This restless movement of the mind creates a kind of inner distance from life itself. Instead of experiencing life directly, you are always thinking about it. According to the gentle wisdom of Paramahansa Yogananda, the present moment is the only place where true peace and divine awareness can be experienced. But the mind resists staying here because it is conditioned to seek stimulation, control, and certainty. Psychologically, we are trained to believe that happiness lies somewhere ahead, in future success, future comfort, or future recognition. Spiritually, this creates a habit of postponing life. You begin to believe that transformation will take years, that peace is something distant, and that fulfillment is something you must chase. But in truth, real transformation does not happen in long stretches of time. It happens in a single moment of deep awareness. Just 1 minute of complete presence can bring clarity, calmness, and a sense of connection that years of distracted living cannot offer. The problem is not that life is short, but that our attention is scattered. And when attention is scattered, even a long life can feel empty. When you look deeply at your life, you begin to see that it is not shaped only by big, life-changing decisions, but by the small, repeated moments you hardly notice. Every minute carries a subtle energy, and the way you think, feel, and respond in that minute leaves an impression within you. A moment of anger may seem small, but when repeated, it becomes a habit. A moment of kindness may feel ordinary, but over time, it becomes your nature. This is how karma quietly works, not as something distant or mysterious, but as a continuous flow created through your daily awareness or lack of it. Each minute plants a seed in your consciousness. Some seeds grow into peace, patience, and clarity, while others grow into restlessness, fear, and dissatisfaction. These seeds do not disappear. They accumulate and begin to shape your inner patterns. And these inner patterns slowly guide your choices, your reactions, and ultimately your destiny. You may feel that your life is controlled by external circumstances, but in truth, much of it is being guided by these deeply rooted patterns formed over countless unnoticed minutes. The beautiful realization is that this process is always active, which means it can also be transformed at any moment. A single minute of awareness can interrupt an old pattern. A conscious response can change the direction of your inner energy. In this way, destiny is not fixed. It is being created gently and continuously in the way you live each passing minute. You can begin to notice this truth in the simple, everyday moments of your own life. There are times when you spend long hours engaged in activities that keep your mind busy, scrolling through your phone, worrying about work, or thinking endlessly about what needs to be done next. And yet, at the end of the day, you feel strangely empty, as if nothing truly meaningful was experienced. You may sit with your family or loved ones, physically present, but mentally somewhere else, missing the warmth and connection that is right in front of you. You may achieve something you once desired, and for a brief moment it feels satisfying, but that feeling quickly fades, leaving you searching again. These are signs of minutes passing without awareness. And yet, there are also quiet, powerful moments that reveal a different truth. A simple pause where you take a deep breath and feel calm.